Ethos of Silence.
A veteran podcast aims to amplify the voices of veterans, creating a safe space for authentic conversations about their experiences, challenges, and triumphs. We seek to break the stigma surrounding mental health and foster community support, resilience, and understanding. Through storytelling, expert insights, and candid discussions, we strive to inspire healing, promote awareness, and empower veterans on their journeys.
Welcome.
TJ.
All right, Ethos of Silence, and we're back.
Hey, welcome back, guys.
All right. So we've got James here with us today. Mike's still hanging out. James, tell me a little bit about your service, man.
Okay, I was in the Marine Corps from 81 to 94, and I also was in the Army from 99 to 09.
Oh, man.
So, Marine Corps, I went to the Gulf War,
Okay.
and I was with 2MEF in North Carolina and California. I was with Maintenance Battalion, FSSG, stuff like that. Army, I was combat engineer.
Uh-oh.
769. Went to Afghanistan.
Brother right there.
And I went to Iraq.
Okay.
With the Army.
Iraq and Afghanistan with the Army, huh?
Right.
Have you ever been to a
when
place
you were in
called
Iraq with the Army?
Fort Lost in the Woods? You ever heard of Fort Lost in the Woods? Fort Leonard Wood?
Leonard Wood?
Fort Lost in the Woods?
Yeah. I
We'll
went
get to that. I
Iraq in
Yeah.
07.
07, 08?
08.
You were there the same time that Joe was there?
Yes.
Okay, so me, you, and Joe were all in country about the same time. Okay, that's interesting. You ever got a chance to call in some Harrier airstrikes?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, I was over there with the sergeant that got killed over there. Gilmore.
Yeah, okay.
I was over there with him.
Okay.
And I was overseas with Sergeant McNaughton.
Yeah, I went to boot camp with McNaughton.
And I was in Afghanistan with him.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Small world.
Where'd you do your, what's the Marine Corps training called?
The basic.
Yeah, where'd you go through basic at?
Had MCRD San Diego.
Okay, you went to San Diego.
It's Pendleton, ain't it?
San Diego.
By Camp Pendleton?
Yes.
It is by Camp Pendleton.
That's why I went to Navy, was Camp Nimitz, right next door to Pendleton.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you were out there smoking, watching the Marines run in the morning.
running crazy.
We had to run South 40 just like y'all
Yeah.
ran South 40. And they would purposely let the Marines run and the Navy run together. And
Yeah.
we would meet up by that water sprinkler. It was on.
Yep.
And I think the DIs were taking bets.
Yep.
The instructors.
Oh yeah, of course they are. Of course they are.
Marine Corps, I was in administration.
And that was the same time you were in.
Really?
Yeah, I was 81, 82.
Okay.
Boot camp.
Boot camp.
Small world.
Small world.
Small world, huh?
Yep.
Any interesting stories you want to jump into?
Yeah. Well, first tell me what you do your basic and your AIT for the Army.
Army. I was
Army, he didn't have to go to any
training.
basic. He's
No,
a Marine.
I went in.
Is that the? That's
went
what that
in,
look was for. I forgot.
They
Y'all
waived
don't
that
have
shit.
to do that. Yeah.
No, because I went in. When I went in guard, I was a sergeant.
But it was reversed. If I was Army, I had to take the Marine Corps boot camp.
And
right?
they'd start you back over at E0.
Okay. So you, yeah, right. So
Easy
you,
road?
yeah, easy road. But you did do your explosives training and everything at Leonard Wood and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been there, done that. When I went, so what year did you do that? 90s or the 80s?
The
Well,
90s.
So was it still one swimming pool out there to
Yeah.
go out there, and there was one hotel that everybody went and got a beer at, and that was it?
Yep.
There's nothing else out there in the
Yep.
world.
Yep.
And a lot of stories we probably don't want to talk about. Okay, that's fine. Good deal.
Or you was ordnance, fooling with bombs?
Combat engineer.
Combat engineer.
I'd rather be on a submarine.
Building walls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he went through more training as far as how to everything from
NBC.
earlier mines, NBC, setting them, and what is it?
Clearing minefields.
Clearing minefields. And you got the training where we had to dig underneath it and find the traps.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that you're thinking, is this my job? What did I pick?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like what you say earlier. It's fun, the job I picked, until you figure out what it was.
Yeah, until you figure out.
Yeah, no. We had, I've had enough bombs go off out there, and I was like, what in the hell did I just pick?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no! So I thought the Persian Gulf War was enough for me. When y'all talk about y'all going to Iraq, the heat. Nah. First off, I couldn't handle the heat.
You get used to it, but yeah,
You
you're
get
right.
used to
You're right. I mean, I was stationed in Yuma for 5 years, so whenever I wasn't in Iraq, when I wasn't in Afghanistan, because I went to Afghanistan when I was stationed in Yuma. When I wasn't in Afghanistan, I was stationed in Yuma, Arizona. I was already on the sun. Like,
Hey, well, hold on. Let's say we're talking about getting used to it, and I'm going to lean over to you a little bit. Were you hanging socks off of the side of your mirrors with the cold to get? You could not drink a bottle of water in Iraq.
Yeah.
No.
And they would come and set it down on pallets.
Yep.
And say, just come get what you want. After it's been sitting in 120
degrees,
it
yes.
was boiling
You
water.
drink
100 degrees in the shade.
Yeah, so he said improvise. So that's what we do. We take the military sock, you'd wet the sock and hang it on the side of your mirror, and the air condensation would just cool it down just enough so you could sip some water.
make it drinkable.
Dehydration was terrible.
Right.
There was
And people wonder what
heat
the military goes
casualties.
through.
oh my God, to get a drink of water.
There's no wondering. There's no wondering.
We went through a lot of fire extinguishers because we would stick everything in fire extinguishers and blow
Blow
cool
it.
air, and it would freeze everything up.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
No, so this will give you a little bit of a provision. So as a combat lifesaver training, you're thinking, how do you think you give an NIV to somebody who's a heat casualty? You give an IV, right?
Yes, we had
But
to do
what if
that.
you can't
got
find
no
the
veins.
vein?
To,
veins.
Do you know what the training is for that? Stick it up the rear. Yeah. So yeah.
You better be a good friend, buddy.
Oh, I'm telling you, man.
Sticking each other.
Yeah, but that tells you the complexity,
Hold on.
the real aptitude of casualties, and they moved out quite a many of heat casualties out of there. You lose brain cells. You're never
I mean,
the same from that heat.
That's also why the number of casualties that we had dropped so dramatically once they added the Osprey to the war zone, because it was able to get there, get stuff in and out very quickly.
Very true.
Unlike the traditional helicopter that could come in but wasn't as quick at getting back to where it needed to be. So the Osprey changed the entire dynamic of the way we were able to control what was happening in that war zone.
Oh, most definitely. The control of water is the supply. Armies march on their stomachs, and they march on water. So if you run out of your water buffalo runs out of water somewhere down the line where you're forward of the operation, everybody's looking around. You're kind of in a mess.
Yes.
Logistics,
You're in a
right?
serious mess. Yeah.
Logistics.
Logistics and brass. Oh man, those two.
And I got
those
buddies
spread out
that are
terribly.
82nd Airborne Ranger Division, and I mean, great friends of mine. And he tells me some of his stories, and I'm like, are you serious?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, man, I
Imagine.
feel like a wimp. I was on a submarine. I had air conditioning and all the water I wanted to drink.
Yeah, but you were just telling us that you would that y'all got to go quiet, so you light a candle that's going to give you enough oxygen for the ship to last, and you're going to sit there for a week, not eat, not do anything, just lay in your rack and wait.
But that's just, you want to live or die.
Wait. Secondly, if your buddy farts or drops a pin, you got to grab a hold of him and shove him in a torpedo tube. So that's really intense mental warfare training.
That's why we see psychiatrists every 6 months.
I hear you.
They did the old ink
Hey doc, I
blotch
can't
thing.
do this no more.
They kept doing the ink blotch thing. What does that look like? An apple. You do another one. What's that look like? An apple.
Wow.
Oh
I
man.
think we had any of those, did we, James? Any psychiatrists? I think our what was our thing? If there's a bone sticking out, or not sticking out, excuse me.
sticking
Yeah, you get back in formation.
Put a wrap on it.
Put a wrap on
wrap
it
on
and
it.
just get
Yeah.
going.
Get going.
Oh yeah, you're.
I give it to all you guys that were on the ground pounding, from the Navy SEALs to the Army to the Marines that are ground pounding. Dude, you running into a bullet.
Oh yeah.
You see, I didn't have to worry about that. Y'all was actually running into bullets. You running into bullets shooting at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm underwater. I'm blazing away. You know.
Gotta go on patrols.
The best part is that everything works together so in sync that you being able to do what you were doing to be able to get where you had to go so people could do the reconnaissance they needed to do allowed everybody else to do their job more methodically so that everything kind of just works all in tune.
And all your brothers are on the same page.
That's the best part is that everybody's on the same page. Yes. We'll razz each other about that you know, we're in a tin can under the ocean and you're going to razz us that we were doing what we were doing. and we're all joking about it. But at the end of the day, we're all thankful that everybody was here to do their part, so everybody could
do their job.
Yeah,
but
everybody could do it successfully.
Everybody has had the thought of, I'm going to go get in a submarine.
Oh yeah.
You know what mine was? No, thank you.
I only
you hit the side of it wrong, or something. There's no going out the side door. There's no falling back under cover. There's no, you know.
I only did it because of a master chief that was on the boat and talked me into going. He said I had the right mentality to go.
That you do, sir.
I tell you what, if the cook decides he's going to serve beans to everybody, he just ruined everybody's day, right?
Because you breathe in the same air, believe it or not.
Yeah. So air quality is a big important thing.
Oh, we scrub it.
Yeah. But if the cook, again, decides if he wants to serve beans, the cook's going to serve what he wants to serve. You're going to like it.
You're going to eat.
You're going to eat what you want.
Yeah.
And you walk
eat
on
or go hungry like with grandma.
Eat
or go hungry.
Ain't no grandma there.
But you're right. So your mentality, you know, your mentality, wellness. You
gotta have the same mentality when you running on into one of them trenches or running clearing out buildings with everything else. Because I mean, they're not there because they like you.
Right.
Oh no,
at all. Even though you're there to help them, most of them they don't care. Mm-hmm. So you got to have that mentality in your head when you kick that door in. You know. Mm-hmm. What's that old saying? Fight or flight.
Fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not flying.
Yeah. Those instincts definitely kick in, and you've got to do what's got to be done.
It's true. But you were trained. And you spend millions. You know, when I first walked off of the airplane to go to the Navy, I had this little brown folder that they give you. Mm-hmm. Get to everybody, and they know you're going to the military.
Yeah.
And if I got off in California, that means you was going to the Marines or Navy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he'd get you on that bus real nice, and then first when that door slammed, first thing in your mind saying, "What did I do now?"
Yes, indeed. Your training days are coming.
It's beginning. You look like a blue Smurf walking because all the clothes leaked blue on you because the Navy's blue, so everything was leaking dye all over you. So you look like a blue Smurf for the first few days, and it's a reality check.
Imagine.
But it builds character.
Does it ever?
It builds character. Even they teaching you how to brush your teeth right. It builds character.
Brush your teeth right.
Yeah, they had a guy that was his job to teach you how to brush your teeth.
Yeah, no. I mean, they simplify stuff and they get you where you don't call shoes anymore. They go faster because when you put them on, you're able to move faster than when you're wearing your boots. It's like, what the hell? Why are you brainwashing me to think this way, and you make me think so simple that whenever you tell me everything else, I don't even question it anymore because my mind is mush. So I just press the believe button and let's go. Because when I don't press the believe button, I'm running around in the showers with the steam on, like it's a damn sauna running in circles for 45 minutes. I'm like, okay, never mind. I believe you. We're good.
You had 15 minutes to shower, use the bathroom, and shave. And shine your shoes. You had 15 minutes. That was it. How am I going to do this in 15 minutes? You will do it in 15 minutes.
But the training was important that you guys had because, you like you were saying, you really need to get the schedule of not even the simplest of things of brushing your teeth. That was a everyday thing. There was not a hang-up.
Repetition.
Nobody could be in any kind of way
clearing
holding
bombs.
up nothing.
Now you walk in there clearing bombs. You know them bombs are IEDs and everything else is set everywhere.
Yes.
Minefield. And you got to go walk in there knowing one wrong step, one wrong move, and it could be lights out. Not just for you.
Happened to Mike. He was in charge of the people clearing mines. He got complacent.
That kills a lot of people.
He was training a Korean guy. And
okay.
You know we supposed to walk in their feet prints. He didn't do that. And
stepped on right on one. And complacency kills a lot of people. But the clear mind and walking in that and knowing that is there, but where?
Well,
Yeah.
I think I can add to it, and James can probably elaborate a little bit more on this, is the change of battlefield. So back in the day, let's just say World War II, when you cleared an area of the Germans or whatever it was and you occupied that spot, there wasn't an intense pressure of a firefight coming around.
Right.
The battlefield changed in Iraq. So it was
With
so
us,
fluid.
we could clear our area, but in the morning, we got to clear it again.
Clear it right
They'll
back
put
again.
it back.
The battlefield was so fluid.
So full.
You are intensely moving around.
Yes.
You know, I read a lot of
gotta-
books too about the wars,
Okay.
like Vietnam and stuff. And I was thinking, you know, we went over there and we was fighting those guys on their territory.
Yes.
You come to Louisiana swamps and fight me where I live.
So
You ain't gonna make
You
it.
ain't gonna
It's a
make
downhill
it.
slope.
it's
yeah.
it's the basic culture of the samurai and the ninja, right? So the ninja culture was developed because the ninja is going to be sneaky and he's going to take advantage because the samurai is trying to take over their part of Japan. So the ninjas are using their stealth and everything else.
Samurais
to them.
are bold and
The
proud.
samurais are
Ninjas
bold
are-
and proud, and the samurais are saying, "Well, you're not fighting me honorably. I don't care if I'm fighting you honorably or not. I'm trying to maintain what I got.
You ain't
I know if
cheating,
I
you ain't
stand
winning."
up straight up to you, you're going to beat me.
Right.
So these are the tactics I have to take.
Seals
right?
say that if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to
You
win.
ain't trying to win.
That's it.
You know, my daddy always told me the first punch was the first one that counts most.
That's it.
Well, my dad told me the first punch wasn't it; it was the first step. No. When they step towards you, you make
When
the
they
punch.
step, you're allowed to punch because they showed the aggression, so
That's
I'm
it.
being aggressive.
And that's really anywhere now too. Of course, none of us want to punch anybody, but you'd better not let nobody. If they take a step toward you, your right hand should be.
But I
moving.
watch. I love watching war movies and old time.
Don't we all?
Movies. And,
Peace over
the
fighting, by the way.
Pacific was a
No
great
fighting.
war movie. The Band
Yes.
of Brothers was
Band of Brothers, fantastic.
Red Line. I love watching all those movies.
Of
And
course.
I watch a lot about Vietnam War, and I'm thinking, man, y'all was so outnumbered because you were on their own turf.
Yeah.
They were living there. They lived that life. We
Yeah.
didn't. We came to that life. Mm-hmm. Made from bamboo pits to, I mean, they did everything.
Marshes, medical conditions they had to live through.
But just take and see if we took those, if when y'all went to Iraq and Iran, and let's see if they fought that over here in the Cajun country.
Yeah.
In the swamp, what would happen to them? They would be whooped.
Yes.
You're on their turf, their familiarization.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about none of that.
Well, I mean, nobody thinks about it. Nobody says anything about the Coast Guard. But the stuff that the Coast Guard does is what prevents another country from even thinking or being able to comprehend being able to do something
is
like
true.
that.
But
right?
you know, we tell the Coast Guard-
on a scale good enough, right?
You know, we tell the Coast Guard, you got to
Oh.
be 6 foot tall to be in the Coast Guard. In case your boat sink, you can walk the land.
Oh, I like
That's
that
just
one.
not right. But I mean,
I hear you.
it's and that's what's great about being with veterans. We
Yeah.
can rag on each other, we can talk to each other, we can do all this, but we all got the
All
same thing.
need one another.
Yes, and in today's society, we need each other more.
Yeah, we need each other.
Well, and then that's what we're trying to do with this is we're trying to provide a resource that people can basically turn on, laugh, and enjoy, and kind of escape back into the camaraderie, even whenever you're off somewhere and you don't have that camaraderie, right? So you've got this resource. You can turn on your favorite episode or two. You can hear some familiar voices. You can hear some voices of the people who've done familiar type things or done military experience, and kind of get that camaraderie that we get from the VFW meetings or the Marine Corps League meetings, or when we go to the American Legion. And every now and again, you'll find a veteran service organization that you kind of fit into, and you gel with the guys that are there, and it's awesome. You get that camaraderie feeling back, and that's good. But I'm trying to create that for people, so whenever you are feeling down, blue, lonely, everything else, you've got a resource to turn to try to give you that little oomph, you know. And I mean, this is a passion project for me for multiple reasons, and that's all I'm trying to do is
It's a
create
great
that for
outlet.
everybody.
It's a great outlet to talk. It's a great outlet for the public to hear. It's a great outlet to think they're not alone.
Oh yeah,
Right.
That's what it's all about.
You're not alone. And I mean, they're like you say, okay, you did, what kind of job does that bring you when you come out? When you just checking for bombs?
Yeah, but I mean, you've
Cross-train you.
Cross.
But you've learned how to communicate with somebody in an extremely stressful situation, right? Now, if I can take what I've learned and I can clear a bomb field and I can still communicate with somebody where if they make a wrong move, like I told you to do something and I raise my voice because you're going in the wrong direction or whatever and you're about to break a protocol that's going to make something go off, right? So I raise my voice and I can correct you in a timely manner and do all that stuff. I can go into the business world. Somebody can coach me into the rights and wrongs of how to do this thing and I can be successful. The problem is being able to convert your mindset into being able to do that, right?
From being an authoritarian to a, because I know in the military you're more of an authoritarian because you have to say what you got to do. You got to do it. And
the senior guys learn how to step up, learn what needs to be done so that everything can be done. And the junior guy, when the senior guy takes off, is now the senior guy, and he does what he learned from the person before him. If the person before him was bad at something, he learned not to do it that way. And if he was really good, he followed what he was doing. That's how the military continues to get better and better and better and better every person who comes behind you. Right.
Yeah.
So
that's why it's important for veterans that have had that atmosphere and that long-term exposure to that fundamental core of a amount of people that you work with. You know how to work with them. You know what thing you eat with them. You sleep with them. You know them very well. And from that exposure and that long-term of years of doing it, you get out of the military. That is the void. You know, that's the void of, put the cap on any one of them. The deployment, the missing part of that, what that's like, and it forms kind of a space where you're trying to fill as well. So you move away from a great group of people that you're working with. So it's important for veterans that are out there now, and especially for us, to get back involved with that dynamic of being around brothers and sisters and stay in that. Stay up close and up front and connected to those who have experienced the same things we have experienced.
I know personally, providing that balance has made me able to become successful with all the stresses of life.
Yep, same here.
And I mean, that's all I want to do is provide that for others.
2 years I've been in the VFW, my attitude's changed.
Yeah.
James, I wanted to turn it back to you a little bit. I don't want to know the how too much, but this is just kind of a furloughing off of what we're talking about, the experiences. How long were you in Iraq for?
9 months.
For 9 months for long-term exposure. Well, tell us a little bit, without going too much into it, about what it was like for you to end your deployment and coming back a little bit, the changes you may have experienced. And
the change for me was everyone had to get to know each other, because you watching my front, I'm watching your back. And it's got to have camaraderie. How I'm going to be bickering with you, and you is someone I need to make sure I come home.
Guys need to be up and focused on what we're doing.
That's right.
So it's intense. It's an intense mental, struggle on
you gotta
any mistake.
Always be vigilant and watch someone's well-being, because being over there in that stressful situation can break you down.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff as a unit did y'all do, or did you do with like your group of people? Because you're a veteran coming out of the Marine Corps, and now you're in the Army. What kind of things did you do with your troops to kind of build that morale before you went in the country with everybody, to kind of build that up? I know, talking from Kevin's experience, it's a little different being an engineer. You kind of get thrown into them, and you jump into their like training, and you fit in where you get in, and they respect you because you've got the subject matter expert for clearing this minefield. So of course they want to know what they need to do. But how do you build that camaraderie with them?
I had prior service, and a lot of the guys respected that fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there was ones that don't want to be told, because
of course you always have your couple people who don't want to be told.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got to deal with that too.
Of course.
And get everybody together. And I'm not here to try to be the one I say you do, and you do what I say, and it ain't about that.
Don't need my approval, but we need to get going.
We need to be on the same page.
Move as a unit, move as a team. Yeah.
Being that I went to the Gulf War, and a lot of them ain't never been out of the country. So I got the upper hand on you for that. Even giving me the respect for that. To know that
So a lot of people
been in
look
a combat situation.
A lot of people look to you that you may have not knew right then, or maybe you found out even later they were looking up to you because of that experience.
Right.
That's awesome.
That. So that's something to feel.
The situation with me, when I went in the Army, right, my platoon sergeant wanted me to go to sergeant school. I said, last time I checked, I'm a sergeant. I went to Marine Corps sergeant school. He said,
How does that work?
He didn't know my leadership style. I said, I don't know yours either. I said, I'm a squad leader. You my platoon sergeant. I'm a squad leader. You gonna put trust in me as a squad leader? Then I gotta go to school.
So did you end up going to ANOC or BNOC?
Yeah.
They still made you go to ANOC or BNOC? I was wondering about that.
So you're telling me you went through sergeant's course in the Marine Corps, and then you had to go through the ANOC and the BNOC and all the extra trainings?
They wanted me to go to sergeant school, and I told him I ain't going.
Okay.
So he took me before the commander. He said, sir, all due respect, last time I checked, I'm a sergeant already. I come in the guard a sergeant.
Yeah.
He said, why do you want you to go to sergeant school? See, that's a question you got to ask him.
So how did that all pan out then?
He wasn't a good friend of his, was he?
Maybe not. So was that resolved?
It was resolved when I'm grandfather there. I don't care what it is.
I don't care what you call it. I ain't going.
And I agree. Now, I totally agree with that. Yeah,
awesome.
I was always wondering about that.
I said, hey, what it gonna be? He said, oh, I guess you don't have to go. I said, I didn't know I wasn't gonna go.
I know it wasn't going already.
Yeah,
I already told you I'm experienced.
Then he opened up to me.
Okay.
Giving me more authority because I was a squad leader.
So after that moment, y'all were on the same page with kind of moving everything in the same direction and everything else.
It was like a bullying thing, I guess.
Yeah.
James, without telling us any sensitive details, can you tell me what part of the theater you were in Iraq? Were you northern, southern, or was you kind of all over? I know you did security missions, so you were all over. Baghdad, and then you moved north a little bit. And just for our viewers that might have been in for those years to know.
You get a chance to see any Harriers drop bombs or what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at?
On the creek, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in 07 in Tikrit.
Yeah.
Tikrit, Mosul, all around those.
You got
areas.
any idea what Harrier squadron y'all were calling in? Was it 542 by any chance while you're in Iraq?
I'm not really sure.
You don't know?
Who knows?
No idea.
Who knows? So
That
you spent
wasn't yours, was it?
That was mine. That was mine. I was in Iraq whenever him and Joe were built in Iraq.
Wow.
Joe was in the Marine Corps Reserves at the time, and he was in the Army Reserves. The Army Reserves was who was calling in ours. Did y'all ever call in to get some napalm drop on?
Yeah.
So you're the people we drop napalm for?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
wow, that's cool.
Man, I've seen the videos of when we drop the napalm from the lightning pods. Cool. Those things just tumble off the side of that Harrier like a keg.
Yeah.
It just tumbles off like a keg. It's a keg of gas, and it lights up the entire shrubs. They were getting ambushed from some shrubs. We burned the shrubs to the ground in the middle of the desert.
And whoever was there.
Oh, no.
No more shrubs to
You see them on camera running away. I mean, trying to stop, drop, and roll, but yeah.
Don't stop, drop, and roll with napalm.
Well, they did, the bones.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, they did.
The bones.
The bones, yeah.
All right, any
Yeah, so you came, so that finished, so you did 9 months, and then you guys redeployed, and where did you redeploy back to your hometown or to a base? Okay.
To base.
Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, did you feel coming out of the military that after you had served all those years and done all that you have done, that the respect of the people out there was still there?
Not really, no. It wasn't as I would expect it would be. But
I mean, there's no heroes parade.
No.
There's no heroes parade. Expectations are the fuel of everything that creates regret. If you have any expectations that you're going to get anything on the way back, that's going to create regret for your own service because you're not going to get a parade when you get home. You're lucky if your own family creates a banner or has a party when you get back, right?
James, you have any post-deployment debriefings or any long-term support after your deployment back home?
Yes,
Any intent from your company or anything?
yes. We be having like reunions and
Well, I mean, when you deployed back in country back in that time, did you guys go through any kind of like a decompression?
debriefing. Yeah.
Yes, you went through a debriefing, but did you have any, let's say your exit or your return from the deployment, were there any intensive, long-term, weekly classes you went through to talk about dealing with your family or talk about dealing with
Not
the transition
really.
back? No, there wasn't none of that, was it?
No.
You just had to deal with what was there and how to get through
You got
that.
to give your hats off to your family.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Especially your wives and
Oh, yeah.
stuff, because
Yeah.
even though you're deployed, they are too.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Right.
No.
I mean,
They're handling all these things without their spouse at home.
That will really
they
get you
raising them
through.
children. They doing everything that you, as a man, you would think that you would do.
Yeah.
And now here you are doing this, and they have to step to the plate.
Yes,
That's-
they do.
They're just as
Save
strong
that for
as you are.
another episode.
Oh, by far. Yeah. No. I mean, that's some content.
I wanted
to jump into.
to thank Mike and his service to the Navy, service to the country that he has, and I want to thank you, James, for being on with us. And we really do appreciate your service to our country and what both of you guys went through and sharing that with us. And we're going to pick back at on some next episodes. TJ, you want to get us out of here?
Yeah. Ethos of Silence. Iron sharpens iron. We're out.
We're out. If you need more information on veterans benefits, please visit our website at VFW Post 4224.org. That's Victor Foxtrot Whiskey, Post 4224.org. All of our contact information is in the description of the video. Please email us if you have any questions. We now have a moment of silent prayer for those still in the battle, for our departed comrades, for those missing in action, and for those held as prisoners of war.